a Playboy affair.
Welcome to the final segment of our show, the heart of our show, Ballers Bouquets. Too often in the media, people only want to focus on the negative and salacious things athletes do, but never want to give them their credit where credit is due. Here, we like to make a change.
Yes, we're back with someone who's been featured on Ballers Bouquet before. Not a current athlete, but still relevant to today's games.
One of the most well-known athletes of all time.
In the world.
Mm-hmm.
Some people call him the Black Cat. Others just say MJ. I say GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jordan is the recipient of this week's Ballers Bouquet for his efforts to help residents in North Carolina have access to high-quality health care. So previously we featured Michael Jordan on our podcast as a Ballers Bouquet recipient back in December at the end of the year for his previous donation of $7 million to Novant Health Systems in North Carolina to open up 2 clinics. We talked about how the first of those clinics that opened up in 2019 was integral and key in providing COVID screening and testing for residents of North Carolina. And he's back again. Earlier last month, he donated $10 million, this time to open up 2 more clinics in his hometown of Wilmington, North Carolina. These clinics are going to help provide access for residents in Hanover County by 2022 who are uninsured or underinsured. And so this is very close kind of a project for MJ. It seems like it's something he's going to continue to do in his community. He's, of course, the owner of the NBA franchise out there in Charlotte. He's now going to have 4 clinics with his name on them, etc. He said, in a statement, quote, "Everyone should have access to high quality health care, no matter where they live or whether or not they have insurance. Wilmington holds a special place in my heart, and it's truly gratifying to be able to give back to the community that supported me throughout my life." And this is so good and key. Before, for those who at the beginning of this pandemic watched The Last Dance, one of the big criticisms of Jordan while he played was that he didn't care, that he wasn't an activist, that he didn't speak out, etc. And he's still not super vocal, but he is putting his money where his mouth is, and particularly at home for him.
Or where his mouth isn't.
Okay, I see what you did there. But, we have now the Novant Health Michael Jordan Healthcare Clinic, which is like, little kid pull up. Little kids may not know Jordan for being the GOAT. They may know him because his name is on the on their clinic. Yes, quite literally, which is another kind of testament to the legacy of the greatest athlete of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But Jordan's donation is gonna, quote, help bring this same integrated care model to our rural and rural adjacent communities, according to the CEO of Novant Health. They said, quote, "The pandemic has exacerbated health equity gaps across our state, making efforts to close them even more emergent. We look forward to standing these clinics up as quickly as possible to ensure all members of the community have access to necessary medical care. We are so appreciative of Michael's unwavering commitment to help us bring affordable care to our communities that need it most. It's only an investment in us as a partner, but it's an investment in each and every person our clinics can reach." So this now brings his total donations to over $17 million. And this pandemic has taught us, of course, so much about the impact that having healthcare and access to it can have on everyone's lives. And, this, it may seem not important to some people because you have healthcare. But as long as your neighbor doesn't, you're at risk of catching something too. And so making sure that more of our neighbors in our rural communities that are underserved have healthcare is going to be so important moving forward. Same is true for this pandemic. We got to make sure, for example, the poorer nations in this world get access to the vaccine just like the richer ones do. And until we care for our neighbors in the way that Michael Jordan is, we'll never be out of this.
Also, the healthcare system in America is a fucking scam.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Fucking scammers. The private market is bullshit.
No, it don't work.
Okay. I just want to be clear. We have a healthcare crisis because the healthcare system in America is ass.
I'll say Michael Jordan should not have to do this for these people to have healthcare.
Somebody would think that might be the job of your government.
Yes.
Who you pay taxes
We're very
to.
happy that the GOAT does this, but the GOAT should not need to do this.
Okay. Look, as long as
But
we are
hey,
clear,
we gonna give him the bouquet while he can still smell the roses.
he deserves his
we gonna
fucking
give him his
bouquet.
thanks,
Yes,
because
he
he's
is.
really helping out in his community.
He is filling in where our governments have failed us.
Absolutely. But that's our Ballers Bouquet.
The Fly Route Pod. The Fly Route Pod. The Fly Route Pod. The Fly Route Pod.
We want to thank you all for taking the time out of your day to listen to this video. Did you know that this video is part of a larger Fly Route podcast? Look us up wherever you watch podcasts. We are on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere. Take the time, subscribe. We appreciate you.
While we have you here, don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the notification bell. Otherwise, you will miss some of our YouTube videos. That's just the way YouTube works. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at The Fly Route Pod.